Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Arisena, One Pain, Karen Culling, and everyone. So today is Sunday the 7th, Sunday the 7th of June 2026. As usual, we are here to do this morning chanting to show our respect and veneration to the Buddha for his kindness and compassion. So, I have been talking about the life of the Buddha, and yesterday morning I spoke about a son of a millionaire, Yesa, coming to the Buddha and became the monk, and along with that, 54 his friends joined him as a monk, and with that ordination of that, then it comes to the 60 disciples. And with that having a 60 disciples, then the Buddha ordered or gave them instruction to go and teach the Dhamma. So soon after the 61 arahants, the Buddha asked all these 60 monks to go in their separate ways, not going two monks at the same direction. So went into the different directions and spread the Dhamma, that how humans can end the sufferings. So he himself and then would go to Uruvela Sena Nigam to spread the Dhamma. That's why there is a very famous stanza called Charata Pikkave Charikam Bahujana Hitaya Bahujana Sukhaya Lokanukampaya. So out of a compassion to the world, monks go, wander, and spread the Dhamma for the good and the benefit of many, gods and humans. So that was the instruction that the Buddha gave to the 60 monks. And it has been the instruction to all the monks ever been. And he himself traveled to go and teach. So as a result, at first these disciples, the 60 disciples, went on independently to spread the Dhamma, to teach. They went each directions, and then after hearing the Dhamma, there were people impressed and gained knowledge and wanted to be a monk. So with that, initially when somebody becomes a monk, Buddha would simply say that ehi bhikkhu upasampatha, which means now on you are a monk. And then that's how he ordained the new monks. But later, as these monks went out and taught the Dhamma, people began faith and confidence and wanted to become monks. So then the Buddha gave them a different way of ordaining them. So it's called a Tisarana Gamana Upasampatha, which means one would simply take a refuge on a triple gem, the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha, and will be ordained. And all those days normally they would have hair, long hair, mustache, a beard, and these were there. So they simply, after taking the refuse, they were requested to cut their hairs, mustache, and beard, and then wear robes, yeah, and which is normally the robe that is a natural yellowish robe. So by taking that and reciting this triple gem that the Buddha instructed them, that you can ordain monks by giving them the refuse. So then at that time, then there were two types of monks. One type, Buddha himself ordained, that by saying Ehi Bhikkhu Upasampada, now on you are a monk. And then another type of monks were taking the three refuges, so saying Buddha. So basically, they cut the hair, cut the beard, and cut the mustache, and wear a robe, and kneel down in front of the monk or a monk, and then recite after the monk, saying, Buddhang saranang gacchami, I go to refuge to the Buddha. Dhammang saranang gacchami, I go to the refuge to the Dhamma. And Sanghang saranang gacchami, I go to the Sangha for my refuge. After three times of saying, they become a monk. They become a monk. So this is how Buddhism slowly expanded. From one person, the Buddha managed to enlighten the Venerable Kandanya for the first time, and then along with the Venerable Kandanya, another four attained the enlightenment, and then they were joined by Yesakulaputta, and then Yesakulaputta brought actually, his friends joined him, saying that even the Yesa, who is well affluent, could give up the family life and become a arahant and living a happy life. They also then went and joined with him, and that's how the 60 disciples arose in the dispensation. And then after that, all were arahants. Then the Buddha gave instruction to go out and teach the Dhamma. So with that, each individuals went around and taught the Dhamma. And there aren't any records of who and how many, but there is one particular record that Venerable Asaji, one of the youngest of five ascetics, went around in a Rajagaha again, and there, so not in Nalanda, and there Venerable Sariputta saw Venerable Asaji was walking calmly in a serene posture, collecting alms for the day. And Venerable Sariputta saw that this monk's complexion is so serene and calm, so he waited until this monk the Asaji ate the food, and Sariputta went and asked the question. And with that, Venerable Sariputta was attained the Sotapanna and went to become a monk along with his friends. So over 200 friends went to become a monk. So that is the one record we can trace in the scripture. But the rest of other monks, where they live and how they lived and how many they managed to enlighten, is not recorded. So that's how then Buddhism gradually spread, and the monks gradually joined to the Buddha's dispensation within a short period of time. And Buddha himself, again, he didn't stay in Saranath where he gave the first discourse. So he returned back to Uruvela. Uruvela Sena Nigama, which means the place where he himself attained the Buddhahood or Buddhagaya, but the current Buddhagaya, Uruvela. So, and he himself traveled back to Uruvela in Buddhagaya to teach. And then on the way to Uruvela Sena Nigama, Buddha was sitting on one of the trees in the forest, just meditating. And it happened that a nearby town, so-called Badia Wakia, or so that town, there were 30 young youth prince. They they are like having a plan to camp outside in the forest. And the story goes on saying that among the 30 young prince, they were married 29, and one didn't married yet. So as a result, he borrowed a lady. So they borrowed the lady and went on for the camping, and all with their wives except one. So brought along with the prostitute. So borrowed the prostitute. And then it happened when they were having fun and playing around, and this prostitute lady stole their belongings and ran away. So when this prostitute ran away, and then they realized that it's gone. So all the 30 prince went to find out her, and in the deep jungle. And when they were searching for this lady, they come across with the Buddha who was sitting under the tree, and they didn't realize that that was the Buddha. So they went on and asked the Buddha, saying that whether Buddha had seen this lady running away. And then, having heard that question, Buddha asked a question back to them, saying that, "What do you think? Should you try to find the woman or yourself?" That was a deep question. That was a really, really very interesting question. What do you think? Should you try to find the woman or yourself? Now, this one again, we can ask to ourselves too. Oftentimes we spend thinking that our partner is the best, or our partner is the one in our life, or if not a partner, then our children. And we spend a lot of time thinking about them, doing for them, and even lost ourselves. And we couldn't find ourselves yet. And as a result of that, oftentimes we are disappointed by our children, disappointed by our partners, and even sometimes partners betrayal, despite of you have given so much and yet they betrayal you. And this could happen, and that's simply because we give ourselves to them fully and thinking that they want to betray, or they want leave us alone. But oftentimes even the children have left parents in the miseries, and I have seen many stories of it. And then same with the betrayal in the partners. I have seen many betrayal within the partners too. So that's simply because we forgot to look after ourselves and know ourselves. We haven't understood ourselves. As a result, we are the one who suffer. That's why I used to tell a story that two monks were walking around in a New York park, and this a TV crew went on to show a live show, and they interviewed. They went to interview these two monks and saying that we are from this TV live show and you are on live. Um, I would like to ask a question. What is the most important things to know in the world? Then this monk simply answers saying that, who are you? And this interviewer thought that he doesn't understand my English. Maybe I have spoken a little faster. So he changed the tone and spoke gently, saying that we are from this TV channel and you are on live, and my name is so and so, and I would like to ask a question. What is the most important things to know in the world? And this monk again, with a calm and peaceful manner, said, who are you? So um, this interviewer again asked the third time, and then the monk said that, foolish, I have answered twice that the most important things to know in the world is who you are. And that's the very important, who you are. So the same question the Buddha asked to these 30 monks. Rather than searching for somebody else, why don't you search yourself? So having heard that, then these 30 youths answered, saying that searching for ourselves is the a good one. And then after they said that searching oneself is good one, good, then the Buddha once again taught so-called Anupubhikatha, that I have spoken yesterday, the Anupubhikatha, the five teachings of the Buddha to the lay disciples, starting from giving a dana, practice of a sila, and then after one who has practiced a dana and a sila would attain in the heavens, and then even the heavenly pleasure is not one should not be attached to it. So and giving away all the attachments and all the passion is the great merit. And then giving away are the nekhamma. So renunciation has more benefits. After the Buddha taught these five aspects of a Buddha's teaching, and then he expanded the Four Noble Truths, the noble truth of a suffering, noble truth of a cause of a suffering, noble truth or the ending of a suffering, and the last one, noble truth of the path leading to the cessation of the suffering. So after hearing that, according to the scripture, says that these 30 youths also attain the enlightenment, and they also ask for the origination. And then on the spot, again, the Buddha gave them Ehi Bhikkhu Upasampada, basically saying that now on you're all are monks. So that's how they change themselves, shaving their heads and beards, and then discarding their royal clothes and wearing a robe and become a monk. And as soon as they become a monk, again, the Buddha sent them off to teach the Dhamma, spread the Dhamma in different parts of that plateau. So then, as they went on to spread the Dhamma, Buddha himself went on to teach the Dhamma to the three Jatilas, or three fire worshippers who were living in the Uruvela Sena Nigama. And this place is currently known as Vishnupada in Buddhagaya, just a half an hour drive from Buddhagaya Bodhi tree. There is a place called Vishnupad. It's one of the famous seven wonders of Hinduism. Believe that if you go and do the what's called death anniversary of parents there, then they have a belief that 7 generations will receive the merits and are free from miserable state. As a result, every 7 years they have a massive festival, including that festival comes to Buddha Gaya. And this Vishnupada now is a Hindu dominated space. Actually, that's the place where fire worshippers used to live. And there are many legends about it. If you visit Buddha Gaya, not only visiting the Bodhi tree, this is another place worth visiting and studying that how Buddha fought with the psychic powers with these fire worshippers, and these fire worshippers converted themselves to be monks. So 1003 altogether they became a monk on that place. Although now this place became Hindu dominate religious place, but during the time of the Buddha taught these fire worshippers and they converted to Buddhism, and this is called Vishnupada. I have been there and I have studied there a little bit and spending time investigating, and that's quite interesting place to be. So-called Vishnupada now, but those days it's called as Uruvela Sena Nigama. And these are three Zatilas and his disciples were fire worshippers there, and they became monk. Right, I'd stop here. May you all be well and happy. Now let's do the chanting. So in that case, we will do the Aditta Pariyaya Sutta today.